Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
I could use a nap. How about you?
I could definitely nap.
For about 12 to 24 hours.
Long time. Okay, so you want an almond milk cold thingy?
Yes.
You got your stuff ready?
All he's going to do is ask you some questions. I don't know anything about the office either.
So it's literally like I'm on The Office. Okay.
When she came into the salon and had a hair emergency, she had used a box hair dye, and she came in looking like a true rooster. She had black, red, yellow, orange, and some purple all up in her hair. That was not intentional. It took us 6 hours to get it all out, and I turned her into a beautiful smoking hot redhead once again. And that's pretty much how our friendship started.
I met Jared in PE in 7th grade, where him and Cody, one of the other groomsmen, would run around calling each other Dragon Ball Z names. And I was like, what dorks. And then 2 years later, I spent every day of the summer at his house hanging out with him, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a dork too. He's still to this day the biggest nerd I've ever known. Yet somehow, when we first met and started hanging out, he had never seen Star Wars.
How old was he when this happened?
And I was like, how are you a nerd who hasn't seen Star Wars? This isn't right.
You might have lost some nerd cred, Jared.
Yeah, if I didn't get him, she did.
She was the best baby. Stayed sick a lot, but she was a good baby. I was going to say, I can't do that. One thing I will say about Jared that's good, he loves Carly with all his heart and soul, and he is so good to her. And we love him too, just like he's a son instead of a son-in-law.
Jared really, really loves my sister, and I think that's pretty awesome. It's pretty obvious. His whole world is based around her. I think that's kind of cool.
Actually, her hair that for the wedding, we actually were going to do it red to get it back to her, like the sexy redhead that he met. And then, of course, he got wed too, and we decided that just didn't work out because as soon as he seen her with blonde hair, he was like, Bab. Whoa. And I was like, do I need to leave you two in a room for a minute? I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes.
I met Carly through Tanner Plunk. He's the DJ today. He messaged me and said, hey, I met this girl who's really into cosplay, and she cosplays from some of the same things you do. I think I would really get along. I hated her immediately. I actually really struggled to keep good friends at the time, like friends who were good for me that, I was also good for them, and that we got along really well. But one night, I was just home alone, not doing anything, really just generally being sad about not having anything to do that night. And she messaged me and was like, hey, what you doing? I panicked. It's like, just chilling at home. Just at home, wearing Ninja Turtle pajama pants, so it's a great time. And she was like, great, change out of your Ninja Turtle pajama pants and come mini golfing with us. If I ever have a question or have a problem, she's my first go-to. If something goes wrong and I don't know how to fix it, I know that she does. So she's the first person I talk to.
So the Hannah women do tend to be bossy. The Hannah men, I think, tend to marry bossy women because I'm bossy.
Carly, don't be so bossy. That's my advice to her. Don't take after your mother.
Dude, my mom is the bossiest bosser that ever was.
I'm bossy, very bossy, and she is too.
And it's very important for Jared to keep her in check.
Carly's the boss. Just roll with it. Yeah. That's my advice. Just roll with it, Jared.
Take a look at where you've been and how you've come so far. No matter where you find yourself, you're always where you are. Go anywhere you go, do anything you do, I'll be with you.
I promise to always stay by your side until the end of my time and the end of this universe, even if all the stars in the sky become your enemy. I'll be the one still believing in you.
And most importantly, I promise to remember that neither one of us is perfect, but I will strive to remind myself of the ways that we are perfect for each other.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. May the force be with you, and you may now kiss the bride.
Trying not to dig too deep, afraid of what you'll find. Give yourself the grace you show me all the time. 'Cause when you love yourself, you can give that love to someone else. Mornings come and seasons go, and life can get so hard. It's easy to forget the things that make you who you are. I hope that when you look at you, you see yourself the way that I do. When it feels like you're walking back, when you're out of luck and off the path, broken and far from home, just remember that you're not alone. In the face of another storm, when you're feeling like you're on your own.
You married her for a reason. Remember you love her more at the end of the day than you did when you woke up.
Can we go eat dessert now?